to my AFL Round 7 tips. Yeah. Let's get into it, I guess. So we'll always start off with last week where I got all except for one. So Collingwood did end up beating Carlton in a thriller. You've got to feel bad for that kid at the end who missed. I forget his name. But that was a great game. Geelong absolutely flogged the Western Bulldogs. Sydney beat the Giants. Gold Coast almost lost to Essendon. Oh, that was such a hard watch. Especially being there at the game, that was a very hard watch for us Suns fans. But we got the 4 points in. That's all that matters. That would have been the same for the Hawks going against Port Adelaide, almost losing that. Adelaide ended up beating St Kilda. That's also a good game. North ended up flogging Richmond. The Lions had one job to win for me to get a perfect round. Didn't get it though. Unfortunately, Melbourne had his one. I mean, fortunate for the Melbourne fans, but unfortunate for the people that took the Lions. And Fremantle beat West Coast. So it was a pretty straightforward round last week, except for that one upset. Alrighty, on to this round. Here we go. A bunch of injuries came out of last week, a couple of suspensions, so anything could happen. Western Bulldogs, they've got way too many injuries now, so Sydney is going to be most people's main bet here, including mine. And in fact, for once, I'm going to put in a margin, and I'm going to say they're going to win by 45. I don't want to. Why is the 0 there? That's annoying me. Anyway, yeah, Sydney by 45. That's my tip. Now, Richmond, Melbourne. Oof, not even going to be close. Melbourne should absolutely just annihilate them. It shouldn't even be close. Richmond are definitely going to be the wooden spooners. Especially after how we've seen every other team play. Yeah, they've definitely got to be wooden spooners. Moving on to the next game, Hawks Suns. Now, no one beats Hawthorn down there. However, they do have a couple of outs in. Two people got suspended for punches. They did have a couple injuries. Chol and Gunston weren't in last week. I don't know if they'll be back in this week. But the Suns should get Noah Anderson back. John Noble will be out, so they still won't be at full strength, but they will definitely be a strong side. But the Hawks just play way too good down there, so I'm going to have to take the Hawks for that one. Collingwood should beat Essendon, unless Essendon put up a fight like they did against the Suns, which was a cracking game, except for us Suns fans. Port Adelaide and Geelong down in Adelaide Oval. Got to take Geelong. It's Port Adelaide that we're talking about here. They actually could also be contenders for the wooden spoon. Port, that is. I mean, they've already gotten 2 wins on the board, so who knows? Fremantle, Carlton, Freo should win that one. No explanation really needed. St Kilda should beat West Coast. Lions, Adelaide at the Gabba. Got to take the Lions. Unless they play like they did last week. I mean, Melbourne was just playing on another level. It wasn't even the Lions playing badly. It was just Melbourne playing on another level. And then finally, to round out the week, we have GWS and North Melbourne. Honestly, North could win this. Who knows? I will take GWS, though, only because it's St. Monica and previous history of the past 5 years points in the Giants' direction. So we'll go Sydney to beat Western Bulldogs, Melbourne to beat Richmond, Hawthorn to beat Gold Coast, Collingwood to beat Essendon, Geelong to beat Port Adelaide, Freo to beat Carlton, St Kilda to beat West Coast, Lions to beat Adelaide, and GWS to beat North Melbourne. We'll submit that, and I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!